bunch of space weirdos, and welcome back to the Star Wars career mode. Now, when I made this, I didn't actually think it would ever hit 200 likes, but here I am. You guys have been pestering me, and here we back are in the Star Wars career mode. And you guys absolutely smashed it on the last episode. You guys have been coming up with so many puns, like right here. Ron Vlartu D2, amazing. The puns you guys came up with, spectacular. Michelle Vormtrooper in goal. Oh my god. I need to set some parameters, guys, for how the Star Wars career mode is gonna go down. And I think basically anybody that we have to buy, they have to have a Star Wars pun. But here's the deal, guys. We only have 35k in wages and only about 3.5 mil in the budget. So we can't buy the likes of Ron Vlar. We can't buy the likes of Michelle Vormtrooper right now, but maybe in the future. Now, this guy, you might be like, oh, Han Solo, that's easy. No, it's Hans Vanakin Skywalker. I'm not gonna lie. I had so much fun just reading through all the comments, but guys, the guys that we were targeting in this episode, the guy that I'm targeting above all else, this is this man right here. This would be the Rise of Darth Vardy. A lot of you guys want Darth Vardy on the team. It was apparent in the comment section. And I don't know, this man who has struggled with the powers of the light and the powers of the dark side, how would he fare on a team of rebels? I don't know, like, what am I supposed to say? Canonically, if he would work, but I don't know. We'll see if we can bring him in. And another person that I deemed Giovanni Dos Santos the Princess Leia, but I was wrong. It was this man right here, Princess Leia Asika, who we are going to be targeting as well in this episode. You gotta have a Princess Leia in Star Wars, man. She's been in every single... Wait, no, she hasn't been in every single one, because the prequels don't count. Technically, she was in 3. Spoiler alert! I'm a nerd. But there we go. Princess Leia Asika. Amazing bants going on in the comment section. And there we go. Jonathan Ta, unfortunately, recently joined and a little bit expensive, but have a TIE fighter in defense? Alright, when I say it out loud, it's not as good. But there we go. This one came up by Gardy Fifa right here. Luke Shawwalker? Yeah, because Luke Skywalker? Essentially, this episode is just going to be all puns. Just all Star Wars puns. And lastly, but not leastly, right here, Abdul Rahman Baba Fett. Ooh, sensual. I know these puns. I'm sorry. This episode should just be called Star Wars Dad Jokes. But we're going to keep on going on. We are going in for Darth Vardy right here. Let's see if we can get him for a decent amount. Let's see if we're going to go ahead and select. And I think for now, the rules of the Star Wars career mode is essentially we can only buy players that have some type of Star Wars pun or Star Wars relation in their name. So those are the only type of players that we can buy. And that is it for now, and we want to win the league. If you guys can think of any other like crazy things to make it more Star Wars, and have rules to be implemented that could be more Star Wars, leave it in the comments down below. And if you do enjoy these series, man, if you want more Star Wars career mode, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. If you can hit, let's say, 150 likes, every time you guys hit 150 likes on the Star Wars career mode, I will drop a new one, if that is true. I have a very congested release schedule. We got a lot of stuff going on, but you guys seem to really enjoy this, and you guys really like Star Wars puns. Let's keep on going on. We are in the preseason cup right here. And we crucially need all this money, man. We need to win this cup bad because we need that money. We need that money. We are poultry rebel scum. We're undergunned. We're undermanned. But we have the force. We have the light side of the force on our side. And look at Robbie Keane. Oh my god, that was Luke Skywalker-esque. Look at him. Put away the targeting system and just use the force. Unfortunately, could not exactly destroy the Death Star right there. But we're going to go ahead and keep on going on. Look at this. Leonardo on the shot. Oh, I have a shot, mates. And nothing coming of it. And that is how that would end. A 0-0 draw. But, you know, we're young Padawans right here. You know, we're not masters of the Force yet. In this team, if we're going to be honest, not the strongest. Now, there we go. Jamie Vardy. Contract accepted right there. Well, not contract accepted. We have agreed to terms. No, wait. They have accepted the transfer. I always mess this up when I do this. They have accepted a transfer, and now we must agree to personal terms and wages. And here we go once again. We were going in for Princess Leia Asika. Pretty cheap guy. I think he was only going for a little bit under $1 million. So we can see if we can bring in arguably, you know, the next Romelu Lukaku. That's kind of how he's built. And he plays for Romelu Lukaku's former club in Anderlecht. Also home of everyone's favorite midfielder in the world in career mode, your tailsman. But a man who we must buy is this guy, Yoda. Oh my goodness, we've been going in for him for a while, but at the price tag of about $2 million, I don't know if we can afford the Jedi Master. So if you guys, we can only afford probably 2 out of those 3 unless we can win a little bit more in the cups and get some more moolah or transfer some players out. I mean, I love Robbie Keane, but can he do this? The championship self of the post! And the force was just not flowing, guys. There was such disturbance within us. We were putting on some pretty audacious shots, let me tell you. And this team wasn't the best. Look at this great defensive work. Headed down to the top, but then look at this McBean. McBean, you're nothing more than a poultry X-Wing who's getting shot down in the canyon run right there. And yeah, our defense is quite porous right there. Our defense, tissue paper, like wet tissue paper, just cut through. No one closing down anyone, allowing them. We sold on the bada feints. And Ricketts is like, he's like a rickety old X-Wing, man. He really is really inconsistent in goal. He doesn't make all the stops that I like a world-class keeper to get past. So we need some type of, I'd say, we need some type of good, we need a good pun. We need a good Star Wars pun in goal, guys, for cheap. So we're going to be searching around. I will be coming up with one later on, but there we go, Jamie-san. Oh, look at that. Bradford Jameson, the 4th right there, going ahead and getting it near post. OP with the finesse. And yeah, no Star Wars puns right there. He's just a good player. Bradford, the good old American dream. Hopefully he can develop in years to come, but that isn't the USA career mode. What am I talking about? This is the Star Wars career mode as we go in. Jameson late enough to... Oh, there we go. The Irish legend, Robbie Keane right there. Calm, cool, collected in front of goal. All he had to do was pick his spot and basically pass the ball. And look at Obi Steve Ginobili. Oh, look at him get all hype as Robbie Keane, who might be on the way out because he's one of the more expensive players on our team. I might be trading out the likes. What do you guys think, guys? Leave it in the comments down below. Should we be trading out Robbie Keane and the likes of pretty much Omar Gonzalez, our top center back and our top striker, to go ahead and get some funds to bring in, the likes of Yoda? The likes of, maybe, Chewbacca, or as I like to call him, the Korean Wookiee, Kim Shin Wook. And, of course, to fund the likes of bringing in Darth Vardy. And there we go, lads! We were granted personal terms! And Brian Burke for $3 million, that's a lot. That's pretty much all of our budget. And with that, we're probably not going to be able to bring the likes of Hanbril and Bolo. And Rolando Aarons, we will see. We will see if we can bring in Lando Calrissian later on in the series. The same thing with Kim Shin-wook. We're probably not going to bring him in, but I think the Force is strong in this one. Yes, he is. And while we might be flirting with the dark side of the Force, he'll be a great asset to the Rebel Alliance. There he is! Darth Vardy has joined the LA Galaxy, lads. Oh my goodness. And with that, that pretty much ceases most of the deals that we can get done in this transfer window unless we can sell someone. But we go ahead and take a look at his stats. The man is on fire in the Prem right now, and he is an absolute done. This is the updated 75 body potty right here. And as you can see right there, excellent stats all the way around. Maybe not the highest agility, but he's got the engine trait now, which I love, speedster trait. He just run and run and run and run and run because the Force is strong in Darth Vardy. I'm gonna play it like that. And look at this, we're gonna go against versus the Force. Versus Poor right here. And will Darth Vardy unleash the power of the dark side on them? As you can see right here, Jameson going in, cutting through, using that RT-LT, going near post, banging it off of the post. Unlucky Jamie-san, my Jamie-san. And there we go. Ricketts going ahead, catching that one. I was talking a lot about how rickety he is, but he's reliable sometimes. And there we go, starting to counter Villarreal, passing off to CVG, who passes it over the top to Vardy. A terrible mistake. The defender steps up, and Jenny Vardy is through.
Knew the power of the dark side.
Classic Darth Vardy right there. That is what he does in the Premier League, week in, week out. Oh my goodness, playing on the back line of the back shoulder of the defender, and when they start that counter, you know he is breaking. And he make one mistake. Look at the pressure that he applies. Terrible angle from the defender stepping up. There we go. The big number 9, the Darth Invader right there. Is always going to put that away. Going ahead, beautiful little shot right there, getting it underneath the armpits of the goalkeeper. Oh, look at that. That's going to have a little bit of Old Spice underneath there. Maybe a little bit of Axe. And the LA Galaxy fans, the Rebel Alliance, goes wild as Darth Vardy on his debut scores a lovely, lovely tucked away goal. In the 76th minute, guys, not all that much has happened, but we're going to get another chance right here. Jamie Son on another counter. Beautiful over the top ball, and Jamie Vardy once again is away. One touch, two touch, fires it, and this time Mert able to get enough onto it, and we cannot pounce on that ball. But it would be enough. We get 3 points and crucial moolah to add to our funds. Right there, as you can see, 7 shots, 6 shots on target to a paltry 3-1 respectively. And there we go, contract accepted. And we're gonna go ahead bring Princess Leia Organa, aka Princess Leia Asika, to the club. If I can go ahead and just approve right here, and that will go ahead. That is pretty much our strike force. So remember, we haven't even been able to use the likes of Giovanni Dos Santos as well as freaking Giazzi Zardes, and that's another player that we can think about, you know, moving on. Maybe we sell Giovanni Dos Santos. I'm sorry, Giovanni Dos Santos is actually the highest rated player that we can, well, the most expensive player that we can get rid of, and that'll definitely fund different aspects or different areas of this LA Galaxy squad, because this LA Galaxy squad is not very good. I'd say it's more reminiscent of not even maybe a championship side. Their starting roster is like championship side, but then everyone underneath it, like that top layer of like kind of 73, 75 layer players, yeah, they drop down real quick till most of them are like 65 and that kind of stuff. Like the defense and most of the midfield is very, very weak, so we really need to strengthen up the squad if we want to. I think we can survive in the Prem, but if we want to make any damage in the Prem, we got to upgrade in some spots, and we really got to add depth. This is going to be a long tier career mode. We're going to go the distance, guys, because honestly, it's gonna be rough. This team isn't that good, but that's what it's all about in the Star Wars universe, man. You're the underdog. The Rebel Alliance is always the underdog. Luke Skywalker's the underdog, and you're going ahead and you're taking on the evil Empire. It wouldn't be Star Wars if there wasn't great odds. And here we go. Hittle Jar Binks in goal, because we just need any keeper. I don't like Ricketts. He is a rickety TIE fighter or whatever I called him. And look at this. Unfortunately, Yoda will be a little bit too expensive, but we will go ahead and accept the offer for Mr. Princess Leia Asika. I was debating internally, should I get Leia or should I get Yoda? And at the end of the day, I just went Leia Asika just because he's a little bit cheaper, and I think we can maybe add a little bit more later on. But hopefully we will see. Let's see if we can go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. But should I keep those players? Because, I mean, those are the rules right now, guys, of the Star Wars career mode. We need a team of all Star Wars puns, essentially, as we go into the semifinal up against Salcedo. And Salcedo is easily the best team that we have gone against in this career mode so far. They're about as good as like an Aston Villa, I would say. And they have some pretty amazing players. And Princess Leia Asika has announced herself. Oh my goodness. Look at the debuts, man. The debuts, man. Oh, what an absolute. Oh, the force is strong. Yes, there is another. Then the sister of Luke Skywalker just going cheeky dinks over both the keeper and the Salcedo defender. Could not get there in time. And the debut of Princess Leia is a glorious one for Miss Organa right there. And now we're going to go ahead. Can we get a second right here? Robbie Keane streaking inside. Fake shot inside. Almost gets taken down. Somehow scurries into the path of Robbie Keane. Falls it again. And nothing there. Jamie Vardy, a very timid shot from the un-Darth Vardy of him. But now Darth Vardy cuts inside. And you can only hope to contain Darth Vardy for too long, for the Force is strong. The Force is far too strong. Breaking out that red lightsaber of a foot that he has. And just absolutely pounds that into the back of the net. Now possibly in the 87th minute. Oh, we must leave that to the master. Strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could ever imagine. Always Steve Ginobili. With a crossbody shot. That is so deadly now. I don't know if it was post-patch or I didn't really try it before the patch, but oh my god. You take one touch and you're right into the box. Right as you enter the box and you go crossbody right in that range. And it's pretty much automatic, especially with the stats of Mr. Stevie Ginobili. Oh my goodness. We're just going to assemble just an absolute rebel fleet of magnificent stars, so we can go ahead and get some more money, guys, because that's the big thing. We're not gonna be able to buy, we're not gonna be able to buy Ron Vlar 2D2 and like Michelle Stormtrooper right away. But what we can do is we can buy a couple of these guys and we can work our way there. And that is going to end, guys, the second episode of the Star Wars Career Mode. If you guys like to remember, you guys have to smash 150 likes. Once you guys hit 150 likes on this series, or on this episode preferably, then we will get to it. We will get to the next episode. Hopefully we can gain even more Star Wars peeps. Remember to vote down below. My name's Being Honest, and we hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and may the force be with you.